Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Innovation Podcast, your source for all things innovation. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Roland Polzin on the line, and he's co-founder and CMO over at Wing. Roland, welcome to the show.
Hi, Adam. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right, so I know we got a little bit of some news to break today. I'm excited to get into it, but we're not going to do it yet. I want to leave the audience with that little bit of a cliffhanger, but let's get into what you're doing over at Wing. Tell us a little bit more about your company, please.
Sure, I'd be happy to. So I'm the Chief Marketing Officer. So basically, my overall goal is to get more users, and for that really is to dive into what our customer segments are and what they need and what they want. So what we have at Wing, that's really a personal assistant app. So you can imagine it kind of like Google or Siri with two major differences. First of all, we never say, I don't understand. And secondly, we actually make things happen for you in the real world. So that can mean you want to have a bunch of flowers, let's say, right? And we then find the best flowers around you, find also a delivery service, and then we combine those two and have the flowers delivered to you. That's just as a very, very simple example, right? And so really explaining what we do and making potential users understand what we do and how they can find value, that's at the core of what I do at Wing.
So can you give another example of how people are using Wing? Because the flowers one is a good one, but let's take it a step further. So a lot of business owners, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of executives on the line that are listening to this, and they're thinking, wait a minute, personal assistant app, like what am I missing? Tell me a little bit more about how some case studies, or not even case studies, just ways that you've seen people using it.
Absolutely. So our value proposition is really, really broad. So we say we can really deliver anything to you or do anything for you as long as it's legal and possible. And I always urge people to imagine it like a real human assistant, only that it is an app in your pocket and always available. So let's say many of our current users, they're requesting, for example, restaurant reservations. People are asking for flight bookings or hotel bookings or even their whole travel plannings, right? We also got a couple of grocery deliveries or food deliveries or setting up reminders, right now, essentially, we have a lot of video calls that we're setting up for people during the coronavirus. So really anything as long as it's legal and possible.
Wow. And so let's not hold off any longer. I know you got some big news, so tell us a little bit more about this launch.
Sure. Yeah. So we launched a couple of weeks ago on Product Hunt online, and we actually got #1 product of the day globally. And that's where we got hundreds of requests and user signups on that day only, and that really got us the buzz, even more buzz than we were initially expecting, and it pushed us to our limits. But of course, that's a great thing, a great problem to have. And since then, we have basically stopped marketing. We have improved our processes. We've learned from our users what do they want, what can we do better on our side, and also to gather more data from the users. So what is it really that they are requesting, and how can we improve the processes on our end to deliver faster and better service to our users?
So what are the, what is it, just so that everybody listening, because there's some people listening right now that are like, all right, Wing, I've been looking for something like this. Let me check it out. Is it like a subscription model, or are you paying per task, or how did that part of it work?
Yeah, great question. So we actually offer a subscription model, and it starts at $9.99 a month. That's for the standard version, and that really encompasses the whole value proposition. We have also a plus version that has a couple more features that goes for $19.99. And yeah, really the clue is that it's unlimited requests. It is 24/7. It's on demand. And that's also how we're different, by the way, from other competitors that charge you either by task or by the minute.
Wow, that's amazing. And then, so is everything done through the phone, or are you calling a line? Like, give us a little bit of a feel for like the interface and the of how you would use the app. Like, walk us through a request, if you will.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So it is an app, and that's for the standard and the plus version. And you can either text whatever you want to have done, whatever you want us to do for you, or you can use speech to text. So both work well with us. And basically, you either say or type in, "I need wing 2. Get me a burger at my house at 6 p.m., for example," right? And then we would already know about you if you put in requests before. We would have learned what kind of burger you like, what kind of restaurant you prefer, what your home address is, and all these things. And then if you set your preferences as, let's say you want us to ask as little questions as possible, we would just get it all done for you and your burger would arrive and everything's fine. However, if it's like one of your very first requests, we would still ask, okay, what type of burger? Do you want Impossible Meat? Do you want Jack in the Box? Do you want McDonald's? And we would present you with a couple options, and then we would learn from you and get better over time, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes so much sense. So you don't have to deal with all the like back and forth and this and that. It's like if you just wanna you're like, all right, so you could text so I'll throw out an example for me. So I order probably the same Domino's pizza, maybe twice, maybe once a month I'll order it. It's my splurge, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna eat this whole pizza, whatever. I don't care who hears that. Yeah. So then I'm like, now every single time I go in there, I'm like, all right, so now I have to go in the app. I don't know my password to Domino's Pizza that I order once a month. I don't know it. Like I'm gonna go in there, I have to go do this and all this other stuff, and I know what I want, and then it wants me to sign up. Then I gotta click a box.
Exactly.
And I gotta do this, and then I gotta deal with an email. Then I gotta verify. And I'm like, 15 minutes later, I'm like, all right. Think like it was worth it. It's my cheat meal. I'm eating this whole pizza, whatever. I earned it. I earned this pizza. But in theory, if I was using Wing, I could just send a text like saying, "Hey, can you just send me my normal pizza order, the pepperoni and pineapple, and throw on some banana peppers. No change from normal. Boom, done." And it just shows up like magic.
Exactly.
Does that happen?
Exactly, yes. That's exactly what we do. And we take off your plate all those filling forms, signing into whatever accounts to use.
You might just say, I'm at home. And so what the virtual assistant might say is, "Are you home?" Like just to confirm that I want it ordered. "Oh yeah, I'm at home. Yeah, just send it to my house," and then done.
Exactly. Yes.
Wow.
We also have recurring orders. Like we had a request from one of our users, and she has a recurring order for her babysitter, and the babysitter funnily gets a pizza every week when they visit their house. And so yeah. I mean, what she did so far, she went to that restaurant, or she called the restaurant and said, "Hey, have that pizza ready by 12 p.m. or whatever, and then have me pick it up." And now she just told us, "Hey, Wing, I need you to schedule that pizza for every single week for the babysitter," and so she doesn't have to worry about that at all anymore.
Wow, I love it. This is so good. It's such a great thing to do. So that being said, Roland, I could run like 50 more scenarios by you, but we're about out of time. So that being said, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information on Wing or to download the app and all that good stuff, what's the best way for them to do that?
Yeah, so I suggest you can just visit our website. That's www.getwingapp.com. If you want to get the app, you can use your mobile phone and put in www.getwingapp.com/app, and it will take you directly to the App Store so you can download it. We also have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn profiles. If you search for Wing or Wing Technologies on Facebook, you'll find us, and you can follow us and stay up to date of more and more user request examples and what we can do for you and how we can help you in your everyday life.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, hey, Roland, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about all the great work you're doing over at Wing. And congrats again on becoming the #1 product today globally on Product Hunt. That's a big deal for everybody listening. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store, and if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Innovation, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments on the video. Love to hear what kind of projects you're working on and what you have going on in business. And Roland, thanks again for coming on the show.